Good evening, everyone. My name is Robin Sullivan. I am a very blessed Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I am so terribly sorry for the difficulty we were having with our online event. It was just doing some really wonky things with feedback. So I appreciate you for your patience. I hope that you were able to get back on with the new link that we sent out, and hopefully the guests were able to get that link. I'm going to go ahead and get started since we're starting so late. I am very hopeful tonight. It is our goal to really help you build belief in our amazing products and our incredible business opportunity. So we're going to jam-pack the next 35 to 40 minutes just for you. Tonight will be full of information about our product line, our company, and some really awesome health testimonials will also be shared from people who are on our personal team. So when you walk away from your computer tonight, I really want you to be able to make an informed decision and take your next step with Plexus. So without further ado, I'm going to toggle back and forth between a screen share. Part of the presentation, I'm going to be showing you some slides that I want you to reference while I'm talking about the products and the business opportunity. And then the other part of the presentation will be sharing some really amazing health testimonies. And those health testimonies, I will want you to obviously see their face when they're giving their testimony. So I'll be going back and forth between those two screens. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to start the screen share right now. Okay, sorry for this Twilight Zone look, but hopefully everyone can see the screen. I'm going to start from the slideshow. Let's see here. Okay, so just really quickly, our disclaimer is this opportunity of a lifetime is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. At Plexus, we want you to know that the results that you're about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. Okay? So, I have the pleasure of sharing just a little bit about our business opportunity with you. I have had so many excuses in the beginning of my business to not do Plexus, to not take Plexus, and certainly not to work the business. But I'm so glad that I pushed past my fears and said yes to an opportunity and took this huge leap of faith, as Plexus has really, truly, completely changed my life. We have products that work, products that are helping people get well, lose weight, and get their quality of life back through better health. So I feel it is my obligation to share with others. And because I did, I was able to quit my full-time job as an assistant principal. I have more than replaced my income, and most importantly, I have time freedom. And I'm now able to make my own schedule so that I can be there more for my two girls. I was able to do this in a little over 2 years. While I know that we are a very unhealthy and sick culture, I also know that there are many of you out there who are putting your head on your pillow each and every night, worried about paying your bills, making ends meet, getting out of debt. Maybe you're worried about saving for your kids' college fund or saving for retirement. So when I share Plexus with people, I know that there are many people out there who are desperate for our opportunity, just as much as there are people out there who are desperate for our products. So I'm going to jump right in and tell you about this amazing Plexus opportunity. I'm going to put up what we call a stair-step graphic, and then you can look at this to follow along as I talk about the opportunity. So really be thinking about, what if this could change everything? Tonight I'm going to tell you about 4 ways that you can get paid with Plexus, but you actually can get paid 11 different ways. Our compensation plan is extremely generous, but for the sake of time I want to share with you just a few of them. If you want to hear the nitty-gritty about the comp plan, just get with the person who invited you to this call tonight. In order to join Plexus, the cost to you for the year is only $34.95. This gives you amazing scientists, product developers working on your behalf, a customer service team, a shipping department, but most importantly, as a Plexus ambassador, you will have your own replicated website to give you the ability to order your products at the very deepest discount you can get them at, which is the wholesale discount. Potential customers will be able to order from you online from your own website, and that's the first way that you get paid with Plexus. Throughout the night, I'm going to be talking to you about lots of things, and I want you to be thinking about all the people who could benefit from these products, and those friends and family can come to you and order from your site. All purchases made online create something called personal volume. As your monthly personal volume builds, so do the percentages. So from $100 to $499 in personal volume, you earn 15% commission. And $500 and up, you earn 25% commission. As other people on your team join you, either to build a business or simply to get the discount, you will earn 5% of their qualifying sales or purchases as well. Okay, so now let's take a closer look at the stair-step part of this graphic, okay? And I'm going to be pointing to some things with my mouse, okay? As you begin to rank up, Plexus pays you a one-time achievement bonus. So let's take a look at Silver Ambassador right here, okay? As a Silver Ambassador, you would have 3 personally sponsored ambassadors direct to you, okay? When you achieve this rank, you win a $100 rank advancement achievement bonus. You can see the bonus goes up significantly as you continue to go up the ranks in the company. So now I want you to take a look at Senior Ruby Achievement Bonus, which is $750 right up here, okay? When you achieve the rank of Emerald, you are considered a jewel within the company. And you no longer get one-time achievement bonuses. You now are a part of a monthly profit sharing. Since we are on our way to becoming a billion-dollar company, y'all, these bonus pools are very, very generous. The last way we are going to talk about how you can earn income through Plexus tonight is through Plexus Pay Points. Each month, Plexus gives you Plexus points for every qualified person in your organization, so your goal is to go out and share with others, talking to them about our amazing products. You're going to have some people join you as customers, but you're also going to have people join your team, and they're going to want to share as well. By sponsoring these new ambassadors, you'll be helping them to sponsor new ambassadors, which means you'll be increasing the number of Plexus points that you're qualified to earn. So if you look at the stair-step graphic, you'll see that to be a gold ambassador, okay, and that's right here, to be a gold ambassador, you have 100 total pay points, okay, in your organization. Each and every month, our pay points are assigned a certain value amount based on the company's profits. So as a gold ambassador, you have 100 total pay points, then you'll be earning approximately $300 in your paycheck just for being a gold ambassador, and that's on top of the commissions you'll receive and several other ways that we get paid. So let's jump right into a Ruby ambassador, where you will see earns about 500 points each month. Again, our pay point is valued on average at $3 per point, which means you would receive a $1,500 each month for being a Ruby ambassador. Again, a very, very generous compensation plan. Now, let's talk about the rank of Emerald, okay? This is where I am in the company. As an Emerald ambassador, you have to have 1,500 points in your organization. So if our pay points on average are $3 per pay point, then that's $4,500 in your check each month just for being an Emerald ambassador. At Sapphire, that would be $9,000. At Diamond, that would be $13,500 on your monthly paycheck just for being a Jewel ambassador. Again, that's only one of the 11 ways that you can get paid through this amazing compensation plan. Now I'm going to switch the screen here, and I'm going to show you one more graphic, okay? So this is our income disclosure statement. So I'm an Emerald ambassador, okay? So I'm ranking right here, okay? And a lot of you might be looking at this and you may say, you know, that, oh, this is Robin, there must be something unique or special about her. Only the lucky ones can make their way to the top of the company. And this has been a huge financial blessing for our family for sure. But you guys, it's not true that there's something unique or different about me. This opportunity is truly for everyone. I have so many friends that are working their businesses alongside me and are moving up the ranks just like I did. But what I want you to take a look at is not Emerald. I want you to really take a look at Silver, okay? When you take a look at this Silver chart, you are making just a little over $5,000 a year, or about $422 a month with Plexus, okay? And remember, being Silver means that you just have 3 people direct to you, or the 3 people you know who want to work the business alongside you. So let me ask you this question. Would an extra $400 to $500 a month be a blessing to your family each month? I've helped many people reach the rank of Silver. So let me ask you this. Who do you know that could be blessed by earning an extra $300 to $500 a month? We have an amazing team of men and women who will power partner with you and will help you share our incredible products with others. I've never felt like I've sold anything because our amazing products are truly something that people are desperate for. So I'm going to screen share one more thing, and then we're going to delve right into some amazing health testimonials. These are just a few of the Plexus perks that we're all able to, many of us are able to enjoy in the company. Like I said earlier, when you reach the rank of Emerald, you're considered a jewel in our company. And one of the pictures that I'll be adding this year to this Plexus perk screen is the annual trip that Emerald, Sapphires, and Diamonds are treated to by the company to go to Kona, Hawaii for an Emerald Extravaganza. But many of these things, these were all things that perks that I've enjoyed as I was going up the ranks and working towards becoming an Emerald Ambassador. So these opportunities have just been a huge blessing to my family. It's just a lot of fun doing this, especially with your friends and other people that you meet along the way. I just received the rank of Emerald, or earned the rank of Emerald in August of 2015, and so in September I received my Plexus Lexus, so I'm super excited and proud of that. So I have that here at the bottom right of the screen. Okay, so I just want you to know that everything our company does is top-notch and first class. We are blessing a lot of lives through our products, and we are changing a lot of people's financial futures through our opportunity, and this compensation plan is really second to none. But the most amazing part of this company and this journey is the relationship and the people that you get to meet along the way. It really, really, truly is a blessing. But we would not have an amazing business opportunity without life-changing products. So we're going to jump right into our health testimonials. Let me escape out of this really quickly so we can get back to stopping the screen share. We're going to begin our health testimonials right when I can get out of this and get back to our screen. And we're going to go ahead and get started with Senior Gold Ambassador Colleen Everett. So go ahead and unmute yourself, Colleen, and take it away, my friend.
Hi, my name is Colleen Everett, and I started Plexus in August. Had no plans of starting Plexus. My mom wanted a good probiotic, so I brought her over to my friend Robin because Robin was posting on Facebook about a probiotic. Met with her, and my mom was like, "You should really do this for yourself. You don't take care of yourself." And I was like, "No, I'm good. I couldn't do this." And so she's like, "No, you need to do something." And so I did. I listened to my mom, like I always. I'm glad I did. So I jumped right in, and this is totally out of my comfort zone. I'm the quietest person you'll ever meet. And so if I can do this, anyone can do this. But the main reason I started was because I wanted to actually make money. I have a very small monthly budget, and that really motivated me to share Plexus. Plexus also did amazing things for me, but it was the money that really motivated me. And I used to have a $200 budget, and now I have a $1,200 budget in just a few months. So it's pretty amazing. That's about it, and thank you for letting me share. I'm going to turn it over to my sister-in-law, Ann.
Hi, I'm Ann Casco. My health testimony, really my health issues go back to when I was in high school. I started getting arthritis problems, a lot of kidney issues, and then again through college I struggled with a lot of different kidney issues and the arthritis still. When I was in my 20s, I had just had my firstborn, my son, and I was diagnosed shortly after I had him with lupus. With lupus comes a lot of pain. There's a lot of arthritis. I get it in just about every joint in my body. Again, kidney issues, skin issues, circulation issues. And then I learned to manage that a little bit by just, seeing my doctor often and getting regular blood work. But as I got a little older, I started getting more things that go along with that, and I got hypothyroidism. I was diagnosed with that. I had intestinal issues, so like a gluten intolerance is what I was diagnosed with, so I had to stop eating gluten. Just a lot of different things that I had going on. And then about 2 years ago, I really got really sick, and I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. And that one was the toughest of all of them. There was so much pain involved, and I had to take antibiotics for 6 months. So with 6 months of antibiotic, I did start feeling better from the Lyme disease, but my gut was a mess after that. I just had so many intestinal issues. It felt like someone was wringing out my intestines all the time. So just a lot of pain and discomfort, and I had a lot of nerve damage that was left over from the Lyme disease. So this past summer, I was kind of like at my all-time low point because my health struggles were just getting worse and worse, and nothing seemed to get better. And I turned 40 years old this summer, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm only 40 and I have so many health issues and so much chronic pain that I'm dealing with every day. So that's when I was introduced to Plexus through my sister-in-law Colleen when I went to Texas. And as soon as I sat down with Robin and I started telling about my health issues, I knew right away it was the answer to my prayers. Robin, just everything she had talked about, I knew that this was exactly for me and exactly what I needed. So I started first with the triplex, and Robin will talk a little bit about that. But I noticed right away my energy was better, and I was finally sleeping because I had insomnia for 2 years because of the Lyme disease. So I was able to sleep through the night without sleep aids all of a sudden. Then I moved on to some other products. I thought if the triplex is working, I want to try some other things. So I tried the nerve product for my neuropathy that I had in my legs and my arms. And after 3 weeks, I started to notice that the pain in my leg was going away and that I was getting feeling back in my arm. And after you go 2 years without and have so many different issues, it's amazing when you find something that's actually helping you. And after 3 months, I actually got rid of all of the nerve stuff. I have no pain anymore in my leg, and I have all my feeling back in my arm. So that was a celebration in itself. Then I also started taking the Mega X and the Ease product for my arthritis, and I can't even tell you how much better I feel. I got rid of a lot of the pain that I had. I mean, when I do have a flare-up, it's very, very minimal. It's not anything like I had before. I'm not calling off work. This is the first year that I have sick days because usually I go through them all so fast. And then just real quick, my last little health testimony. With the thyroid issue, I struggled taking medication because it would make my heart get too elevated. So I was always going back and forth with my doctors trying to adjust the dosage. And I finally got off. I just decided on my own to get off, and we were going to monitor it closely. But I just went 2 weeks ago to get my blood work done, and after starting Plexus, my thyroid level is exactly within range. It's not even borderline. It's right in the good range. So I've just had amazing results with Plexus, and now Dawn is going to tell you her health testimony.
Hey everyone, I am Dawn Griffin, and let me kind of share with you guys my testimony. So this actually started whenever I was a child, and so many times I would actually eat food, and food would get stuck in my throat. And so often adults will say, well, did you chew your food up well? So on and so forth. So honestly, as a kid, I'm thinking that I was chewing my food up well. Let's fast forward. So let's fast forward to me being an adult. So the problem is now getting worse, and it's not fun whenever the problem is getting worse. And so just to make a long story short, so often I would actually have to throw my food up because I would choke on my food. And so what does that look like? Okay, so I'm a teacher, so I always have to show people what that looks like. So you can actually get the visual. So food was getting stuck in my throat, and by the way, Coke would be the only thing that would get it down. If Coke would not get it down, then I would have to stick my fingers down my throat and throw it up so I would not choke. It was that serious. And obviously everyone around me was pretty worried about me, including my kids, including my husband, including obviously my mom and my dad and sister. So one day it got so bad that I took an Advil, a gel cap Advil, and I choked on it, and you can't get vitamins up. You can't get medicine back up. And so I am choking on water, and water is sitting right here in my throat. Fast forward, that actually led to my first of 4 EGD surgeries, which means that an ENT doctor, EGD doctor would have to go in, put you under, and widen your esophagus. Not fun by any means. And so what I was told was that was actually acid reflux. So let's fast forward some more. And so June 28th of 2015, I had to go get your physical. Blood work for the first time was abnormal, except for thyroid. The thyroid has been off for years, and I had to take thyroid medication. But cholesterol was off by about 20 points, and so it was out of the normal range, which was odd for me. So I decided, let me try Plexus again. Yes, I said again, because the first time I tried it, I wanted a quick fix weight loss. Little did I know that it works from the inside out, and I didn't stick with it long enough. Robin kept posting information about Plexus and how it worked and how it works from the inside out, and it fixes the gut. So I committed to 6 months. I have just finished my 6 months, and within that 6 months, that first month, I realized that I was starting to swallow. So I was able to kind of keep track of that. And what I realized was my gut was full of candida because I fed my body sugar. That is the one thing that never got stuck with sugar, because misery loves company. And so if I'm feeding my body sugar and it's full of candida, which is the yeast, sugar and candida, they feed each other. Therefore, I was making my body miserable, and that's what was causing everything to act up. And so in taking the triplex, it has cleared so much stuff up, and now I am able to Coke, sodas, everything have been eliminated from my diet, and I primarily drink water. And because of the probiotic, the Slim, and also the BioCleanse, and now I've added more products, I can swallow. That is huge for myself, and that is huge for my family members that have watched me suffer for so long and have had to wonder, is she going to make it out alive? It has been that serious. So hopefully that was beneficial to you guys. I'm going to pass it off to Summer so she can share her testimony as well.
You have to unmute, Summer. Unmute yourself.
There we go. Thought I was unmuted already. Okay. I don't know if you all can see me now. But yeah, I'm Summer Godfrey, and I'm a Gold Ambassador with Plexus. I'm so excited. Robin shared her, I kept seeing her post. I kept seeing her post on Facebook. She had no idea how much I was suffering. I've been suffering since I was 9 years old with scoliosis and chronic pain. And it just kept getting worse and worse. I had surgery when I was 17 years old. Thought that was going to take the pain away. It didn't at all. It actually just made it worse. I began to deal with more and more inflammation in my body, and the doctors really had no answers for me. They basically told me that they just put me on pain medicine, just to take the pain medicine. Well, of course, I have children. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I can't just sleep all day. And that's exactly what was happening with the medication. My biggest concern was when my doctor told me, she said, well, I'm concerned because at the time I was 28 years old. She said, where are you going to be when you're 60? Because it backs your system up so much. And with you continuing to take the medicine, you're going to have to increase in dosages. And that just really made me, think long term, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I took myself off of the medications. I could not live that way, and I just suffered. Honestly, I saw no resolution. So I'm seeing Robin post. I really did not realize that they were so powerful of products. I just thought it was like everything else that's out there, and I really didn't pay much attention to it. I was actually scared to hit like. I kind of share this story a lot. I was scared to hit like because I thought she was going to come to me about doing the business, and I just knew I didn't want to do the business. So I didn't want to turn my long-time friend down and disappoint her. So I just tried to stay away. Little did I know that this was the answer to my prayers. So I guess triplex is what I preach. Really, I have a testimony with all three of the products. Slim it's all of them are extremely excellent. But I had so much pain going on. The Slim just really took away my pain, gave me energy. I was a different person by day 3, able to get up, go for a walk. I was actually skipping when I went for a walk the third day. So just amazing results. Then there's BioCleanse. Well, that energizes the cells and cleanses the cells cleanses you on a cellular level, along with the intestinal cleanse as well. So literally, I was dealing with a blood disease also, and it's called thalassemia, and that means that my hemoglobin is always low. My 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 body doesn't store iron, and my red blood cells are always faint in color, very small and underdeveloped. So I was feeling horrible when I started Plexus. And again, the third day, I'm up and I'm wanting to skip and out to walk. And that's because it immediately started addressing what was going on with my cells. And then there is the ProBio 5. I figured I had candida overgrowth going on, and now I know for sure I had it going on. I had been dealing with something with eczema, and at this point it had spread to my hands. So it was really bad and very embarrassing. I went to the doctor. They, again, did not have any answers for me. So week 2 of Plexus, I looked down at my hands and I said, well, this eczema is drying up, and I don't know why, because I'm not putting any medicine on. Nothing's working, so I don't know why they're drying up. Didn't think about Plexus. Week 3, I looked down and my hands were completely clear, absolutely nothing there. My skin had grown back in, and it almost scared me. I showed my husband, I was like, my hands, they're completely clear. Look at them, baby. So here are my hands. They used to be red and inflamed, and it was just horrible and ugly. But thanks to Plexus, so much has been addressed in my body, and I have so many other things. So but I can't share them all. But I'm so thankful. My life has changed. It's literally changed my life, and I have to share with everyone. So thank you so much, Robin, for sharing Plexus with me, and also thank you for the opportunity to share tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Go ahead and mute yourself, Summer. I can't help but to get emotional every time I hear these testimonies, because God is simply using me as a vessel. That is it, guys. I chose to share, and look how many lives have been changed. These are just 4 of many, many lives who they've been turned around because of these amazing products, okay? So that is the reason why I'm so passionate about these products. That's the reason why I'm so passionate about the opportunity to share with anybody that I know. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to give us your health testimonies. Really, really life-changing. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our screen because I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our products now, a little bit more in depth than from what the ladies shared. Okay, let me go back. We're now back in the Twilight Zone for a second. And now we're going to go to talk about really the root cause of a lot of health issues in our country. And there's 3 of them. One of them is blood sugar instability. The other is poor gut health. And the last one is pain and inflammation. Okay, so Anne, really everybody mentioned 3 products in their testimony, and that's known as the triplex combo. It consists of the Slim, the probiotic, and our BioCleanse. So the Slim is the first thing I'm going to talk to you about right now. It keeps your blood sugar balanced all day long, so you get this really nice sustained energy throughout the day. It's not any sort of weird energy where you feel like a surge in energy or some spike or jittery. It's a very just good sustainable energy throughout the day. It does it could curb your appetite. It definitely curbed mine. And it really gives you that willpower over food. That's something I personally struggled with. I had 2 vices, Dr. Pepper and French fries, or any carbs for that matter, but French fries in particular. And it really, truly changed my palate for food. So a lot of people ask me, do you have to diet, quote unquote, on Plexus? Do you have to completely change your diet? And what I tell people is, no, you don't have to, but your diet will change because your taste buds honestly will change. Because when you stabilize blood sugar, regardless if you're diabetic, pre-diabetic, insulin resistant, whatever, it doesn't really matter because everybody's struggling with blood sugar instability, everyone. So you have these spikes, these sugar spikes throughout the day, and that's what causes you to crave sugar, okay? And really also what makes you crave sugar is exactly what Dawn was talking about. Candida yeast in our system, which I'm going to talk about a little bit in just a minute, Candida yeast in your system feeds off of sugar. So the more sugar you eat, the more that the Candida yeast that lives in everyone's system is going to continue to grow because it feeds off of sugar, and it's just a vicious cycle, honestly. So these are just a few of the health benefits of Plexus. I won't read them off, but I'm going to now move on to our Probiotic 5. Okay, our ProBio 5 is an incredible product. So I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about this. One of the main things a lot of people ask me is, well, I'm on a probiotic. I get it from a refrigerated section in Whole Foods. It's $60. It's got 5 billion CFUs or culture forming units. I'm good. I don't need it. I've got a great one. And what I like to explain to people is the difference between our probiotic and any other probiotic on the market today is that it really helps to regain or reclaim your gut bacterial balancing, okay? So the question I always ask people is, do you have a healthy gut? Most people do not have an ideal balance of a healthy gut, which is 80% good bacteria and 20% bad bacteria, okay? Most people have the exact opposite. The flip side is they have more bad bacteria than they do good gut bacteria. And so there are lots of environmental factors that play into why someone would have an unhealthy gut. Namely, overuse of antibiotics is a huge one, because anytime you take an antibiotic, you feel yucky. You take one because you're trying to feel better. And it does the trick of killing off bad bacteria, but it also kills off all the good gut bacteria in your system that you need in order to have a healthy immune system. And so when you kill off that good and the bad gut bacteria, your immune system is really left defenseless. And so you should always, if you ever have a need to take an antibiotic, which is necessary at times, you must be on a quality probiotic at the same time in order to rebuild and replenish that good gut bacteria. The problem lies, though, mainly with our standard American diet. So overuse of antibiotics in this country is a huge issue. But the other issue is that we truly do not eat real food anymore. Most foods that we eat are processed, have all kinds of preservatives, have chemicals, synthetic man-made chemicals in them, are filled with GMOs. Are the crops that we're eating from, even quote-unquote whole foods that we eat, a lot of times they have pesticides, all kinds of things on them that are the crops have been treated to not die and not be overtaken by bugs, so they're treated with pesticides. So we're putting so many things into our body, even when we think we're eating healthy and organic food. So the bottom line is this: your body was not designed to digest the foods that we're eating at this point, especially in this country. We're a fast food nation, we're a microwave society, and it's just really, honestly, over the past 30 years, wreaked havoc on our immune system. There's other environmental factors involved, but those are the main things that have happened that have really caused us to have this unhealthy gut imbalance, okay? So our Probiotic 5 has 5 healthy strands of bacteria. It also has an antifungal, and the antifungal and the digestive enzyme that is specific to killing off bad bacteria, that is really what makes our probiotic so different from any other probiotic on the market. The other thing I want to talk to you about is your colon should be considered a steel trap. Nothing should pass through the colon. And essentially what happens is, through all the processed foods that we eat, the undigested food that we end up having toxic waste trapped in our system, all of that becomes a problem, because instead of your colon being considered a steel trap, what happens is your intestinal wall, the lining of your intestinal wall, begins to thin out. And when your intestinal wall thins out, essentially what happens is instead of your colon being considered a steel trap, it's now considered a screen door. So if you envision a screen door, it's little bitty holes. And so undigested food particles, parasites, toxins, they begin to seep into the bloodstream, okay? When those things seep into the bloodstream, that is what really happens when leaky gut occurs. Leaky gut, the scientific term is intestinal permeability. Permeable means that something will pass through, something can seep through. And so that's what leaky gut is. And I love this graphic because it really shows you the gut connection to really everything in the body. the brain, depression, anxiety, ADHD, sinus and mouth, skin issues, thyroid issues, which is a lot of hormonal issues that people have, the colon, adrenals, and joints. All of those things and almost all of these things today were mentioned in those health testimonies. And so really, really addressing the root cause of your health issues is going to start with the gut. Hippocrates said thousands of years ago that all disease begins in the gut, and I certainly believe that is true. Now, the last product I'm going to talk about is BioCleanse, okay? A lot of people are struggling really truly with their elimination system, okay? Did you know that the colon is the last 5 feet of your digestive tract? So if you have regular bowel movement, if you have regular bowel movements, if you don't, it can really wreak havoc on your health and your immune system. So because of our standard American diet, most Americans are burdened with this toxic waste and sluggish metabolisms, and that's where BioCleanse really comes into play. Our BioCleanse is a very gentle cleanse. It is not a laxative. And a lot of people get scared thinking, oh, I'm going to be running to the bathroom all day, every day. It's not like that at all. Just do some research on having also a highly oxygenated system, because one of the biggest things that Plexus does besides improving your elimination system is oxygenating the entire body. Magnesium deficiency is a real problem in this country as well. Tons of health issues are linked to having magnesium deficiency. And magnesium is one of the main natural plant-based ingredients in our Plexus BioCleanse. A body with high alkalinity is really what you're aiming for, as opposed to high acidity levels. And so that's really what Plexus BioCleanse is helping you to do, okay? We do have other products in our product line. I'm not going to mention really any of them tonight, but they have been mentioned in the health testimony. So if you have an interest in some of the other products, like our incredible multivitamin, which is called X Factor, our Mega X is our plant-based omega supplement. We have a great protein shake called Plexus 96. It's super yummy too. We have an awesome body cream that really helps with any skin issues, acne, rosacea, psoriasis, eczema, all of the above. And we also have a pain and inflammation line called Plexus Ease, okay? So I'm going to end with this. I'm going to wrap this up, okay? I really want to thank you guys all for getting on tonight. I really want to thank you guys who got back on, obviously, because we had some technical difficulties in the beginning. But it is my belief that each one of you needs Plexus. But not only do you need Plexus for your overall health, but each one of you knows many, many people who could benefit from our products as well. Because I said yes to these products and this opportunity, because I said I would take these products to try and lose some weight and to get control of my food cravings, because I stepped out of my comfort zone and hopped out on social media and started sharing and educating my Facebook audience about all that I was learning regarding gut health and all that I was experiencing on my own health journey with Plexus, hundreds and close to thousands of lives have been changed because I said yes. So what if you said yes to this opportunity? What if you said yes to sharing with others? Your reach could be so, so huge. It is said that a direct sales company with less than 500,000 distributors is considered a ground floor opportunity. Y'all, Plexus has just over 200,000 active ambassadors. It is considered the opportunity of a lifetime. So tonight, ask yourself the question, what if? Where will you be in 5 years if you keep doing what you're doing right now? Where will you be as far as your health is concerned? And where will you be if you don't do something to make a change for your health? Where will your financial situation be if you don't do something different? You know, maybe you just need an extra couple $100s a month to create more margin in your finances, or maybe you'd want to create a 6-figure income. You see, I really wanted more options in my life. I wanted more time freedom so I could really be there for my 2 sweet girls. And Plexus has truly provided that for our family and more. So I'm living a life of freedom that I could have never imagined before Plexus. So this opportunity could absolutely be the vehicle that takes you from where you are right now to where you want to be. So I'm going to leave you with this. If you walk away from this opportunity, if you walk away from these products, you are potentially rejecting a chance to change your health, change your finances, the chance to earn amazing vacations, to potentially drive an amazing Plexus Lexus, the opportunity to be part of an awesome team of men and women, the chance to potentially get out of a 40-hour-a-week job if that's your heart's desire. I personally wasn't looking to do that prior to starting Plexus, but once I got a taste of owning my own time and working for myself instead of someone else, I absolutely could not change. I couldn't turn that opportunity down. I couldn't walk away from this. The absolute most important thing that you would really be rejecting, though, is if you walked away from this, you would be giving up the opportunity to really help change and bless the lives of so many people. So without further ado, I'm going to take it off the screen share. I really would love to invite you guys to talk to the person who invited you to this call tonight. I encourage you to ask questions. I'm sure you might have even more questions than when you started, and that's okay. That's a good thing. The person who invited you to this call will be able to answer those questions. But I just truly hope that you were able to walk away and make a decision about Plexus and your next step about this life-changing opportunity and these amazing products. So thank you so much for being on the call. God bless and go Plexus.